Hey Theater Inspires! Welcome to Make It Sparkle, a series to get ideas and inspiration for your theater and dance shows. This video is about directing and performing in theater worldwide, and it features Venus-Tyané. Venus has served as a musical director and acted in productions of all sizes across the globe. The shows have taken her to Germany, Austria, Switzerland, Estonia, the Czech Republic, India, South Korea, and Japan. She's a gifted storyteller and has a passion to help unlock positive expression across many cultures. Hope you enjoy this and get some fresh ideas.
Well, I think if you're looking at a show that has a really strong cultural background that's different than your own or different than the community that you're in, the first question I would ask if I was a director, I would ask, what is it about this story that draws me in? What is it about this story that speaks to me? Because as a director, you're choosing it because it resonates with you in some way. And then looking at your community, who, not just like your actors or your troupe, but your wider community. What does your wider community look like? What kind of experiences do they have? Is one side of your town really rich and one side of your town is really poor? Is like, did they come from, do you have a heavy history, not heavy, but like a strong history of gold miners? And like that kind of is part of the roots of the community of this town. Like who is in front of you? Where did they come from? And how do they make community now? Or maybe they're not. Maybe everybody is very isolated in their own homes and there's not a lot of community ties. And pulling from those pieces to say, okay, now how does this connect with the story, this play, this show that I've chosen? Because there's this human experience piece and it relates to what they're feeling. So start there first because that's shared regardless of culture. And then after you have that connection, then you can bring in these cultural elements to help fill out and round the story so that your audience then can say, oh my gosh, I see myself in this. And this is either like, wow, or, oh, uncomfortable. And then, wow, I'm just like this family from Brazil. I never knew. Or it just start with the human experience and how it relates directly to your community that you're doing your show in, and then add these cultural elements to it that help support it. And not just for the sake of like, oh, it's a Mexican show, so I'm gonna have them wearing, like these Mexican dresses and doing a Mexican dance. Like, how are the cultural elements that you're choosing supporting the story, but also supporting the human experience that you're wanting to highlight through this specific story? And then ask your students, this is what I'm thinking. For this scene, this is what I'd love to do, and these kind of elements I want to bring in. What do y'all think? Because the younger generation right now, they are much more culturally aware than those of us who aren't the younger generation. They're so much more connected, and they're so much more connected in like social justice things too. Just because of the internet and social media, they don't feel separated per se from somebody who is in Ukraine right now. Like there's something about social media always being with you, and the fast and easy way that you can get connection with people that has embedded itself within the younger generation's culture. So pulling on that too, to say, this is what I'm thinking for this piece about Brazil that I really want to do in our Colorado town. And these are some of the elements I want to bring in. What do you think about that? Or what do you think that works? Do you think we could bring in some other things? Like, tell me what your thoughts are, and really incorporate that in there, because as a team, you're much stronger than just like you as a director. Just your ideas alone can be good, but together, bringing in the strengths from your students and your actors, and not just your actors, but your stage crew, your lighting, like everybody who's part of your theater troupe, they all bring something that will make your show stronger.
Hey, thanks for watching. If you've served as a musical director or actor for the stage and have ideas or tips to help other creators or students make their shows a success, please be sure to include it in the comments below.